Hello and everybody, and welcome to our second webinar series about cellular and GNSS technologies. Today's webinar topic is about all-constellation multi-band RTK technology centimeter level positioning, which we are hosting together with our supply Unicore. So I'm happy to introduce our our speaker, Julie from Unicore. She's the overseas sales manager and will give you today an introduction of RTK technology, shows us use cases of RTK technologies and gives you an exclusive insight of the high-level product portfolio. Before handing over to Julie, I'd briefly explain to you the schedule of today. So first of all, the whole webinar will be recorded and will be provided to you afterwards via email with a link to the live on-demand video, as well as with a link to the presentation. The whole webinar will be about 1 hour. So Julie's presentation will be 45 minutes. Afterwards, we will have the Q&A session. So feel free to type in your questions in the F&A comment field. We are happy to answer them afterwards. Yeah, so now there was a little introduction. I will directly hand over to Julie. Julie, the stage is yours. Enjoy the presentation.
Thank you, Luisa. Hello, everyone. This is Julie from Unicore Communications. And then I'd like to share my screen for today's presentation. I think you can see my screen right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so my topic today is about Unicore's all-constellation multi-band RTK technology. And I will go through Unicore profile a little bit and then talk about this technology as well as our products. So as you can see here on this slide, Unicore was founded in 2009. And in the past 15 years, we are devoted to the designing and producing of GNSS chips, modules, and boards. And this slide shows our market position. And I'd like to emphasize that Unicore currently accounts for around 46% of the market share globally in the high precision positioning industry. So I will also focus on that part later on about some other applications where Unicore products can be used in. So about RTK technology. I guess everyone is familiar with this topic. And as you know, the basic components of an RTK system include a GNSS rover or a receiver, a base station, and a data link between the two. And usually RTK technology is referring that the rovers uses the correction data from the base station with known exact coordinates to achieve the centimeter level positioning accuracy. So compared with other kinds of positioning technology, RTK positioning technology has the following advantages. So first, just like what we mentioned, it has centimeter level positioning accuracy. And for Unicore, horizontally, we support 0.8 cm plus 1 ppm. And vertically, it is around 1.5 cm plus 1 ppm. And also, this technology can be achieved in real time. And not only for static scenario, but also it can be done in dynamic scenario. And compared with traditional way of positioning, it is way more cost saving because there will be no need of redundant measurements, and also there will be a lot of cost saving in terms of operational aspect. And RTK technology can also be used and applied in different kinds of applications, including survey and mapping, machinery, robotics, autonomous driving, etc. And then we listed different kinds of positioning methods. So here regarding RTK technology, it is using the carrier phase method of measurement, and also it uses differential data to eliminate the error. And for static scenario, it can do the best at millimeter level positioning, and in dynamic scenario, usually centimeter level. And it can work with a local reference station or a local base station, or by utilizing the network RTK subscription. Both are okay. So that's the RTK technology. And then I'd like to introduce Unicore technologies and products. So ever since 2009, when Unicore was founded, we released a series of GNSS chips and modules and boards. So the latest generation for high precision product is the Nebulous 4 generation. Nebulous 4 generation chipset is an all-constellation, all-band RFBB integrated GNSS SoC, and it is also currently among the most advanced GNSS chip globally. And for standard precision, here by standard precision, I was talking about, for example, meter level, sub-meter level, or decimeter level. And the latest will be the Fiber 2, which is the all-constellation dual-band GNSS chip, and also the Fiber 4, which is the all-constellation single-band GNSS chip. And then I would like to talk a little about Unicore advantages. So Unicore products are well proven by various applications, just like what I mentioned. Our products can be used in a lot of scenarios, including survey and mapping, robotics, machinery, automotive, like ADAS, and also IoT related. And also, compared with our competing brands, one key advantage is that we are able to provide customization to key accounts. Here, the customization refers to software or firmware customization. And by doing this, we give our customer an edge over their competing brands by enhancing the performance of certain parameter to make it above the standard level. And this is what we're doing now with global key accounts. And the third one is that because Unicore is devoted to positioning, we don't have other function. For example, we don't have communication, Bluetooth, etc. We only do GNSS positioning. And that gave us the broadest GNSS portfolio. So from single band, dual band, triple band, full band, and also different kinds of positioning technology, Unicore is able to do all of that. And the last one is that Unicore is able to provide easy-to-use chip-to-cloud solution. Because we have a sister company called 2Point Technology, together with RX Networks, they're providing GNSS correction services, GNSS services, etc. And our hardware can work seamlessly with their software and also their service to yield a really good and reliable positioning. And technically, we listed these three tech advantages. The first one is more compact. So as you can see here, Unicore is able to provide the world's smallest GNSS all-constellation multi-band RTK module, which is UM960. It is 12 to 16 millimeter sized. So it is currently the world's smallest multi-band RTK module. And by doing this, we leave more space to our customers so that they can do their own design by utilizing more space left by Unicore. And the second is that we provide more accurate solution. So Unicore it mainly refers to the high precision positioning algorithms that we designed to match with different specific application scenarios. For example, for surveying and mapping, we have designated firmware that can constantly and stably output 50 Hertz data update rate. to fulfill the customer's demands. And for robotic lawnmowers, we have a specific firmware to cope with the really complicated scenario. So different applications, we usually have different firmwares to solve the pain points of the customers. And the third one is more reliable. So Unicore high precision products can support up to 1,408 channels and also work with all-constellation, all bands. So by doing that, we have more usable and effective observables that can be used to do post-processing or to do calculation. Therefore, we yield more reliable results. About Unicore advantages. And this slide is mainly about our chipset platform. So basically, we have 4 chipset platform, and today I'll be mainly focusing on the first 3. So Nebulous 4 is the All-Constellation, all-band RTK GNSS chip, and all our All-Constellation, all-band GNSS modules and boards are based on this chip. And the second one, UFiber 4, it is the Multi-Constellation single-band GNSS chip, which is yet to released, probably end of this year or beginning of next year. And it is mainly targeting automotive and some IoT-related applications. And UFiber 2 is a multi-constellation dual-band GNSS chip. It is mainly targeting autonomous driving-related applications. So this is the all-constellation, all-band GNSS chip. As you can see here, it can support all these frequencies and bands, and it is also currently the world's most advanced GNSS chipset. And based on this chip, we built a series of RTK modules and boards. So as you can see here, we put the features on this slide so that you can tell the difference and functions of different modules and boards. The first one, UM960, it is a industrial grade module. It's mainly doing RTK positioning and can be used in robotic lawnmowers or drone, those formation drones or drones for performance, and also GIS. And for UM980, it is a RTK positioning module, 17 to 22 dimension, and also it is mainly targeting surveying and mapping application. UM982, it is a RTK positioning plus hiding module. So one module can connect to 2 antennas to do hiding. It is usually used in industrial drones and also agricultural machinery application. The fourth one, UM981 or UM981S, is a RTK plus IMU module. It is mainly targeting machinery application and survey mapping, especially tilt measuring. UT986 is a timing module. It is mainly for precision timing. And the last one, UB980, it is currently the latest version RTK board. It is mainly for coarse GBAS survey and mapping. I'll go to each of them in details then. So for UM960, this module is what I mentioned, the world's smallest all-constellation multi-band RTK module. So it is mainly for robotic lawnmowers and performance drones. And for such kind of application, Unicore UM960 is already in mass production stage for different kinds of robotic lawnmower customers. For example, Posit, for example, the major robotic lawnmower suppliers and players at China and also globally. So I would say that this module is a most competitive product for this application. And it can also be used in line marking robots AGV, etc. And then for UM980, it is a RTK module for survey and mapping and also some static scenarios. So customers, for example, CHC navigation, for example, high target, and other similar kinds of survey and mapping device suppliers are using 980 in their applications. It features an all-constellation all-bands, already supporting Galileo E6 HAS. And for this RTK module, it is already in mass production stage with really large shipment each and every month. And for UM982, it is mainly targeting professional industrial drones and also agricultural machinery. And just like what I mentioned, one UM982 can connect to two antennas to do hiding, which means it saves the customers half of the cost, because usually the customer has to use two pieces of RTK modules to do hiding function. But for UM982, one module can realize the same function. And the hiding accuracy is 0.1 degree per 1 meter baseline. Okay. Some representative customers, for example, FJ Dynamics is using 982 in their mass production project, especially machinery related. And there are also industrial autonomous robotics like lawnmowers. Larger size lawnmowers are using 982 on their larger size facilities. And UM981 is the RTK plus IMU integrated module, and it is mainly for agricultural machinery and also tote measuring. And for tote measuring, we have a new version, which is UM981S. So compared with the old version, the new version is different in hardware. And it will be easier for the customer to use when they're doing the tote measuring without too many efforts when doing the initialization, and save a lot of time as well. And the UT986 is a timing module targeting, for example, network time synchronization, telecom timing. Unicore is already working with major 5G base station customers at home and abroad to provide really accurate positioning in terms of timing. And the timing accuracy is around 2.5 nanosecond. The last one, UB980, is a larger RTK board. Compared with UM980, the smaller size module, UB980 is more suitable for applications, for example, core stations, G-bus, and survey mapping. It is perfect for base station. The data update rate can do up to 50 Hertz, and also the data flow will be very smooth and stable. And it also works with external clock and Ethernet. And for standard precision, so the standard precision I was talking about meter level or decimeter level. Here UC6580 is a multi-constellation dual band chip. And based on this chip, we have a series of modules. It features in dual band, for example, L1 plus L5 or L1 plus L2. And based on that chip, we have a series of modules. Here, the first three is the dual band RTK module. So they can also do 1 centimeter positioning accuracy in open sky scenario. They are mainly targeting autonomous driving, domain controller, ADAS, etc. And for such kind of application, Unicore can do first raw data output or RTK plus raw data, so that if the customer do not have their own RTK engine, they can use our RTK engine. We can output the RTK result directly. Also, we have RTK plus raw data plus dead reckoning version, so that if the customer do not have their own external MU, we can have our onboard MU to output the fusion result directly to the customer. So we can do from 85 degree to 105 degree to meet the automotive grade requirement. These are for the pre-installed market autonomous driving application. And we are already working with car manufacturers, for example, NIO, Expo, etc., on their mass production project. And 6.2 series are the dual band simple GNSS product with SPP or SPP plus dead reckoning. They're mainly for vehicle navigation, T-box, intelligent cockpit. So UM670A is a dual band RTK module that can output raw data. It is mainly for intelligent driving. The customer can choose L1 plus L2 or L1 plus L5. And UM680 is the raw data plus dual band RTK function. 91 is with the dead reckoning function. 620 is the dual band simple GNSS module. 621 is the dual band simple GNSS plus dead reckoning function. Okay, so that's the major 3 chipset platform. And 626 is our last generation chipset platform. However, it is also a really popular model, and based on that chip, we have a series of 2 simple GNSS RTK products, and they're already widely used in customers, for example, Hyundai Mobis, Nissan, Sony, and also the top 5 car manufacturers in China. And there are also some projects already freeze design, for example, Forvia, etc. Okay, I'll go through this really quick. So that's basically all the products that I will be talking about today. And regarding the applications, I think we mentioned a lot of them already. And for applications like automotive, we divide it into 2 directions. The first one is vehicle navigation. And vehicle navigation, we usually use simple GNSS, like 2.5 meter or 1 meter will be good enough. And for intelligent driving, we will recommend the dual band RTK products or the triple band RTK products. For such kind of products, they're usually output both raw data or RTK result or fusion result directly to the customer so that they can do different kinds of processing by themselves. And for UAV and robotic applications, so for UAV, Unicore market share accounts for around 80% in China. And as you also know that China is pretty famous in terms of drone manufacturing. So in that meaning, Unicore is also the major supplier of RTK module for drone application, mainly for the agricultural drone that's spray pesticides. Okay, and we also have modules UM960 targeting robotic lawnmower applications, and for this application, we see that there is a really large growth in quantity this year and also in the coming years. And Unicore also have a new version released for robotic lawnmower applications. And customers, Crest and Works are all Unicore users in this regard, and also Sunseeker and different kinds of Chinese and international robotic lawnmower customers are also using Unicore 960 in their mass production project. And for robotic line marking devices, Unicore has been supplying to one of our major accounts for years. And also, this is similar kinds of scenario compared with robotic lawnmower applications. So we have performance optimization in this application as well. And for autonomous machine, it's mainly referring to automated guided vehicle. For example, those AGVs working in the industrial park that's collecting rubbish or delivery, etc. So they tend to use UM982 plus an external IMU to operate. And customers like Neolix are using UM982 in their mass production project. And the one thing to be mentioned is that Unicore achieved the ecological cooperation with NVIDIA in 2023 so that we become their approved vendor, especially for their Jetson platform. So their customers that's using Jetson platform can work well with Unicore products. And for machinery and agricultural applications, so no matter for agricultural machinery or construction machinery, Unicore products can output really accurate positioning result for such kind of devices. And we are working with the most representative machinery customers, like SANY, SANY, and also FFJ Dynamics, etc. There are domestic and international products. And for survey and mapping, for this kind of applications, most of Chinese manufacturers are using Unicore device already, and also our market share is around 70 to 80% in China. So for such kind of application, we have really good mass production performance and also enough market feedback to achieve a stable firmware and hardware status. And no matter for survey and mapping, deformation monitoring, etc., Unicore has really good experiences and sufficient experience to fulfill the customer's demands. UM981S is the new version to be released, and currently it is in a sampling stage to the customer. And for timing applications, we are mainly talking about 5G base station timing and also electrical power grid timing and timing synchronization. And UT986 is our major recommendation for that. Regarding IoT and mass production, mass market applications, for example, Cat1, Cat4 modules, because a lot of our customers, for example, Quectel is also our customers, Simcom, Sansi, IoT, they are using Unicore chip, for example, 626 in their Cat1, Cat4 modules. And wearable devices, trackers, and smartphones, they are also using our standard precision chipset inside their device. Then that's basically all about our products and applications. Here is about quality assurance. So Unicore is in line with all different kinds of international standards and adhering to the concept of high standards, high quality to meet customers' requirement in the quality aspect. Because Unicore, one major target market of Unicore is automotive. And we are in line with the most strict standards of automotive industry. So we have the confidence to say that Unicore is able to meet and fulfill different kinds of quality assurance to satisfying our customers' needs. So I think that's basically all for my presentation. Do you have any question for me?
Yes, so thank you very much, Julie, for the presentation. And let's directly jump into the Q&A session. So we have some questions here. So it's about, the first one is, Do you provide application notes or REF designs to bundle your RTK module with cellular module to get NTR IP data?
If you're talking about application node or commands or protocol, yes, we do. And you can go to the download center of our official website. After signing up, you can download all the documents on our official website, including commands manual and protocols and application note. And also, if you need, you can contact, Luisa or our partner in Rutronik, and they will forward those documents to you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Thank you. Then the next question is, what are the pricing level for Unicore RTK modules?
So for Unicore RTK modules, first we have really good price strategy and policy this year. And for the All-Constellation, all-band RTK modules, the price will range from 120 USD to 130 USD. And this is the latest pricing list. And for details, you can go to our partner to check with volume and project information. Yes.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
What's then another question? What's your next generation products? Can you give us insights?
Yes. So for next generation, as you can see, the first generation, the latest generation is Nebulous 4, which is the 9 series RTK chip. And for the next generation is Nebulous 5. It will feature and smaller size, better process, lower power consumption, and also lower cost. And that is for the high precision product line. And for the standard precision product line, it will be Firebird 5. It's since the standard product precision line is for the automotive industry, it will feature the functional safety standards. So it will be a functional safety chip.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, then do you have a local team to provide support?
Oh, yes. And so currently I'm based in Beijing. Our headquarters is in Beijing. And in China, we have offices in different provinces and cities. And globally, we have office in Berlin and the local team to provide support to our local customers. And in Japan, we have a team in Tokyo to support our local automotive customers as well. And in Korea, we have office and in Seoul to provide support to Korean customers, and also they can speak native language as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Then the last question regarding automotive.
Yes.
So what about IATF 16949 certification? Is there any information you can give us?
Oh, yes. So for this certification, I think, would you please give me 1 second? Okay, so as you know that Unicore is fabulous. So we are basically a designing company, and we have our external factories to do the production for us. And for a design company like Unicore, we don't really need to be in compliance with 16949, but our factories, our fab companies, they can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I will start with my last slides. So in case you want any more information, then just go into have a look at our web page. Here you get more information, so you can check at rutronik.com in our web shop, as well as have a look at our tech.com homepage, where we write articles about the latest product portfolios or product launches of our suppliers. Then you're also welcome, of course, to join us in social media and download our Rutronik newsletter. So, and then, of course, I would be happy if you, if you get into direct contact with me, or fill out the contact form, or of course you can always get into contact with your local sales agents from Rutronik. And last but not least, a little teaser for our upcoming webinars. So tomorrow we have 3 slots. Nordic Semiconductor will give us an insight about the services combining of Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Then Kyocera AVX will give us insight about the antenna portfolio. And in the afternoon, same time as today, we will have a webinar together with Telit Centurion about the IoT terminals and gateways. And the last webinar in our Cellular and GNSS technology webinar series is with Nordic Semiconductor again, and it's about DECT NR+, about the world's first non-cellular 5G standard. So feel free to join and register, and we're looking forward to your participation. And now, thank you, Julie, for your presentation, and thank you to all of you for listening, and we are looking forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.